next, the national treasury.
I seek refuge in Allah from shaitan. Shower their blessings on the Nabi, Prophet of Allah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
The National President of the Fiji Muslim League, Haji Hafizuddin Khan, the Minister for Youth and Sports, Honorable Bale Tuitumbo, Honorable members, the High Commissioner of India, Your Excellency Jitesh Sharma, members of the Diplomatic Corps, Pesh Imam, Laudoka Masjid, Haji Hafiz Musa Patel, the guest speaker, Maulana Shaikh Abu Yasha Yasin, the heads and representatives of religious organizations represented here today, members of Fiji's business community, government officials, representatives of the media, the officials and members of the Fiji Muslim League, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys. Assalamu alaikum, good morning, Isam Buravinaka, Namaste. I am indeed honored to be part of the national celebrations for Prophet Muhammad's birthday, coordinated by the Fiji Muslim League here at Churchill Park, Lautoka. From the outset, I would like to acknowledge and thank the Fiji Muslim League and especially your members, both past and present, for your contribution towards Fiji's progress as a nation. You have not only seen to the firm establishment of Islam in Fiji, but you have also ensured that the proper teachings of the principles of life and the philosophies of Prophet Muhammad are passed on to the younger and successive generations. Fiji as a nation is also acutely aware of the many other achievements that your members have made and that have contributed to our development over the past decades. I am particularly encouraged with the establishment of educational institutions which have seen the emergence of well-rounded individuals who have contributed immensely at the local, national and international levels, bringing great pride to Fiji as a whole. You have also set up businesses and held leadership positions in all fields of endeavor, from the private sector to the public sector, including in government and in tourism and agricultural industries, amongst others. The common thread in all these achievements is undoubtedly the strength and unity of your faith. I therefore pay tribute to your forefathers and also to those of you in the current generation. I have no doubt that your religious teachings and the principles of good citizenship will be passed on to your children, who will also be model citizens in Fiji. As we gather today to celebrate the birth of Prophet Muhammad, I encourage all believers of Islam to stand firm in your faith and in your efforts to be an integral component of a truly united Fiji. A Fiji where every Fijian, now or in the future, can be proud to call their home. I also encourage you to continue to pursue and cultivate a higher sense of being, and in the process to facilitate more understanding and tolerance of each other and of other communities in Fiji. This would be akin to the philosophical underpinnings taught by Prophet Muhammad. The great prophet would certainly want his followers to be exemplary citizens of the countries and the communities they live in. For indeed, we now know that the world is but a global conglomeration of people from varying backgrounds and faiths. We also know what contributes to a highly successful community and the factors that give rise to instability in a society. In the process of modernizing our country, we must learn from history and from the experiences of other countries around the world. In doing so, we must make every effort to form a united community and a nation that is able to coexist peacefully now and well into the future. Ladies and gentlemen, just 11 days ago, Christians throughout Fiji and the world celebrated the birth of Jesus Christ, the Messiah. They will also be celebrating Jesus' resurrection in April. Our Hindu brothers and Sikh brothers and sisters will be celebrating the return from exile of Lord Rama through the observance of Diwali, the festival of lights, depicting the triumph of good over evil in November this year. For the past decades, Fiji had set aside specific days for our different religious communities to celebrate their respective holy days. Other religions practiced throughout the country will undoubtedly continue to celebrate their holy days in their unique ways. The fact that Fiji is accommodative of religious practices reinforces the explicit and strong desire to cultivate an ethnically united, resilient, and a socially and economically prosperous nation, founded on religious, racial, and cultural understanding, tolerance, and goodwill among all her people. This deeply rooted aspiration is now firmly embodied in our Constitution, which promotes religious freedom and a vast range of individual rights and freedoms. I commend the Constitution to all Fijians. It defines the way forward for our nation in our effort to be among the greatest democracies in the world. The freedoms and rights amplified in the Constitution not only promote the interests of all individuals and groups, but they are also designed to protect everyone from being victimized on the basis of their beliefs. Through the Constitution, Fiji is building an environment for her people to be able to easily and freely relate with each other, irrespective of one's ethnicity, culture, or religion. And through the Constitution, Fiji is building a society that has utmost respect and tolerance for each other, notwithstanding the individual rights and freedoms. The ultimate goal for Fiji is to create a society where everyone, without exception, is able to enjoy his or her rights and freedoms within reasonable limits. This can only be achieved in a well-structured and orderly society, and not in a society that is in disarray through the unchecked freedoms. In order for Fiji to prosper and grow from where it is now, it is advisable for religious communities in particular to promote a culture of appreciation, of heightened understanding, and of tolerance. Religion, like the family unit, is the foundation for humankind to coexist peacefully within the boundaries of mutual respect and reciprocity that promotes stability and social and economic progress as a nation. In joining you to observe the National Milad-ul-Nabi today, I wish to once again acknowledge the existence and growth of Islam as a religion of peace and prosperity, and to acknowledge the good work of your leaders and members of the Fiji Muslim League. I also encourage you to partner with other religious organizations and with government to strengthen social cohesion in our local communities and promote interracial and interreligious harmony across Fiji. We need to emphasize moral education and commitment to the family, the community, and the nation. We need to promote mutual respect, tolerance, goodwill, compassion, care, peace, and equal prosperity. We owe this to our children and to Fiji's future generations. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I thank you for the invitation to celebrate with you today, and I wish today's celebrations every success. I also take this opportunity to wish you all a prosperous and a meaningful New Year. Shukriya, thank you, Vinakabagalevu, Bahut, Dynamite.